So we dragging people that's asking for help now? What's up, y'all, and welcome to another episode on Blood More Blues. I know y'all haven't seen me in a while, but let's not get into that because I'm here right now. So I'm really not gonna waste too much time. As y'all can see by the title, we're about to get into it today, and I'm not holding back. I'm not holding back. We're finna get straight into it. So I want to say around this time last week, I was just scrolling on my TikTok, and I came across this video on TikTok. The name of the account is The Cross Family, and she goes by the name of Denitra Owens. Basically, this young lady came on the internet saying that she was depressed and she hadn't brushed her teeth in about a year.
So I'm gonna be very vulnerable, and if you're a mean girl, right now is when you can exit. So my real day one supporters know that my biggest insecurity is my teeth. There was a point in time where I was so depressed I didn't brush my teeth for a whole year.
Now, when I first saw this, she said, any mean girls, click off. Clearly the mean girls did not click off. They were trying to comfort her in the comments to the point of she had to literally go and delete the video. Now, I watched part 1 and I watched part 2, and honestly, the whole thing really bothered me. Like, I just hate when people come on the internet acting like they have it all together. We all have something going on, like, and by the grace of God, we make it every day. And I just felt like the fact that she came on the internet and she said what she was going through, I felt like that was very courageous of her, because it takes a lot to not think about what nobody else saying about you, but you trying to come on the internet to get help, which was her whole purpose. She didn't come on the internet saying like, yeah, I haven't brushed my teeth in a year, like, and what about it? No, she came on the internet asking for help, asking for a doctor or a dentist to help fix her teeth. So I just don't understand why people thought that was their time to shine. Also, considering the fact that she is 27, so she's young, like, she's still learning life, and she's a mother of 4. Like, I don't think people really take into consideration of having kids really does take a toll on a person's mind. It's a lot. It's a lot to go from just worrying about yourself to now you're worrying about for other people. You gotta make sure they got clothes on their back, food in their bellies, you feel me? Money towards their schools, which we could all count that towards money in their pockets, because even though they don't really got the money, they getting the money, because I'm paying for your school, for your video games, for your phone. Like, I'm paying for everything. So like, when you have kids, that takes a toll on you. And I just hate the fact that people act like they don't know somebody that has never been depressed. Like, we have all been there. Like, depression comes in different shapes and forms. Like, just to give some definition to what depression actually is, Google states depression, known as a major depressive disorder, is a common and serious mental disorder that negatively affects how you feel, think, and act. Meaning, if you're not feeling good enough to get up out that bed and you're depressed, that is a normal symptom of depression. So who are you to try to drag somebody because they're depressed? I just couldn't believe that people really tried to drag her. And honestly, in the midst of me looking at that situation, it also had led me to think about Aunt D. Now, if you don't know Aunt D, she's very popular on TikTok, and her 2 daughters, Shay and Bria, are also very popular as well. Now, if you don't know, Shay and Bria do have autism. Aunt D, like, she basically goes on the net, like, she'll make some little funny videos with her and them, where she will show her day-to-day life with how it is dealing with 2 children that have autism, right? So this week, Aunt D basically came on TikTok and she was expressing how she could not find her son Chris. Now, Chris, I don't know if this is like if this is like her oldest child, I'm not sure. I'm gonna only tell what I know, but basically, come to find out, Chris did unfortunately commit suicide, and he jumped off the bridge.
A body has been recovered and found in the water at the bridge in Knoxville, Tennessee, where her son was witnessed jumping into. The body is presumed to be his body, but until the examiners and the first responders identify his body, then we will have official confirmation.
Now, during all of this, Aunt D was showing everything that she had going on in her life. Keeping in mind, her TikTok is mental health world. So I feel like this is her way of just letting go of how she feels. Like, this is her outlet, basically. And when she came on there, when she was telling people what was going on, you know, taking her videos and stuff like that, people were trying to comfort her.
Oh my God, y'all. Ain't no more way Aunt D got her still on this internet, and now she got an older son that got mental problems too.
So as y'all can see by the little small clip of that video that I played, I'm not going to play too much because shame on that lady for even doing that. But she was basically saying that Aunt D was trying to come on the internet for a buck, which is very, very ignorant of her to say. Nevertheless, other people in the comments were also trying to come for Aunt D as well, saying little things about her going on the internet, but a good majority of the people did come through for Aunt D, which I am so glad about. I feel like Aunt D had a lot more support in this situation though, considering the fact that she is a well-known figure in the TikTok world. People are so quick to criticize but not comfort. We're not even considering the fact that she has a lot on her hands too. Like, autism is not an easy thing. It's really not. Dealing with that, it's not easy at all. She has to have them on her hip 25/8. Like, she cannot just leave them with anybody because everybody isn't responsible enough to cater towards their needs. Like, child is already enough to take care of, but then when you're dealing with a child with autism, like, you have to know when they're overwhelmed, when they could have a seizure. Like, it's a lot of things that correlate and go with it, and they go by routine too. So it's like you have to know these things to know how to properly take care of them. So imagine the fact that you're dealing with the fact that you just lost your son and you still have to take care of your kids. That's a lot. People don't put themselves in other people's shoes, and that's the problem with us now. We have to take the time out to try to put ourselves in their shoes. Like, whoa, what is she really going through? But one thing I can say about the Aunt D situation is that she actually ended up going into a psychiatric hospital and getting the help that she needed in that moment, and I'm super, super happy for her. And I'm also sending prayers her way. Condolences to her and her family as well with the passing of her son Chris. But to loop these whole two situations together, my whole point is everybody is not coming on social media to fulfill a societal norm, because that's a societal norm. The societal norm is to go on social media, posting up, smiling, making it look like you got everything going on, making it look like you're okay, but in the inside you're really dying. In the inside you really need God. Everybody is not trying to fulfill that societal norm, and you never know who needs to see that. You never know who needs to see that vulnerable moment. Like, wow, like if she could do it, I can do it too. And I commend both of these ladies for showing the things that they show on their platforms, because they don't have to do that, but they're going against the norm. That's what we need more of. We need more creators that are not scared to go against the norm. If everybody out here living life lavishly and everybody out here living life in such this great way and nobody has any worries, then why are we here? Why are we all different and unique in our own ways? Because we all have different paths, and you never know, with you not flogging and beating behind the bush, you never know who you may be saving. You never know. With the young lady Denitra, we never know who needed to see that. We never know who was depressed that needed to see the fact, like, dang, she didn't brush her teeth for a whole year. She coming back from that. She's asking for help. I can do that too. With Aunt D, she's showing her life and her journey with her and her kids, the struggles. She's showing the ups, the downs. She's showing how she has God in her corner through it all. Somebody else on the other side of the screen that's dealing with that same thing can take that and apply that. Like, dang, if she could do it, I can do it. That's what it should be about. We should be trying to pull each other together and help each other through this storm called life. Life not always a storm, but when it rains, we need people around us that's holding us up and supporting us. Everybody is not trying to put on this whole facade in front. And to the people that's trying to drag people for coming out and being true to themselves, please stop acting like your stuff don't stink, because it does, hon. We all have a skeleton in our closet. We all have something that we're going through. So don't knock somebody for the next thing, because who are you? And honestly, in situations like this, it's very important to remember not to put your mouth on people, because you never know what God may take you through just because you decided to open your mouth. That's why when I see stuff, even if I don't get it, I try to get understanding. Like the Bible says, in all you're getting, get understanding. If you don't get something, get understanding. Going in the comments, typing, rattling off at the mouth, that's not the way to go. But thank you guys for tuning in on another episode of Blunt with Boots. I am sending prayers towards Miss Denitra, the Cross family, her family, and Aunt D and her family. Considering everything that was said in this video, let me know if y'all agree or disagree with some of my points. You know, we could always go back and forth respectfully in the comments. Also, feel free to drop some more podcast ideas. I have a lot rolling out with the podcast, but y'all already know, y'all ideas are always welcome. And yeah, y'all, definitely move with love, definitely move with peace, and till I see y'all again.